Okay, we have Cabal Coffers Urborg. It's Boo. Can we keep this hand? I think I'm gonna keep. It's kind of weird, but like, we just have our mana engine and our top decks are really good. It's kind of like keeping like Tron, just like with natural Tron and hoping to draw well. My opponent's hand is Goblin Bushwhacker, Goblin Guide, Lightning Bolts. I kind of want to leave them with the Goblin Guide so I can get the lands off my library, but I mean this hand is like, I don't necessarily want to take 8 from the Goblin Guide. Foundry Street. Okay, the Blast Zone will probably be good here too. Can this deck mulligan as aggressively as Green Tron? Not quite as aggressively, but you can mulligan pretty well, yeah. So we're taking 5 and then 7 next turn if they just kick the Bushwhacker again. So Liliana Edict is likely to gain me 3 life here, so I think that's probably worth it. So they're not playing another 1-drop this turn. They may just ignore Liliana. They do, so I think that's okay. We will discard the Marsh Flats, play the Blast Zone, and then sack it in combat. They do have a Bolt in their hand. I guess I could have sacked it main phase to play around Goblin Grenade, but they just have so many hasting 1-drops. You're gonna Bolt Liliana? Love that. Love drawing Takenuma, so we can at the very least get back to Liliana end of turn. It would be better if we found like a Golos or an Archon of Cruelty or Karn, but we'll take what we can get. Just the Liliana. To get to mill a couple lands away, but they were castles. Alright. Edicts. Opponent's only got 1 card in hand. We're at, 8 life, which is not as high as it maybe we'd like it to be. Down to 6. Okay, can I top deck any spell, please? Not Thoughtseize, not Thoughtseize. Alright, they're discarding the last card, which is a... They didn't Goblin Grenade me? Are you kidding? You're kidding. You didn't Goblin Grenade into the Liliana. What? 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 We don't have enough creatures in the deck for Witch's Cottage. You could play Witch's Cottage in a different build of the deck. I just gotta survive like 2 turns. They can cast an Archon, right? Yeah. Dead to Goblin Grenade. Okay, not dead to Goblin Grenade anymore. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and gain 6 life. What is happening here? Oh, can I actually... I had 8 mana? Oh, right, I have 9 mana. I didn't realize I could just gain 9 here. GMAC through the 8 months. Gonna pretend this resub is for Mono Black Sweetness, and not because I was gonna resub for more content anyways. Thanks for the resub. For the Mono Black resub. This deck is 1 Archon away from running Zerda as a companion. That can't be true. Can it? It appears to be true. We're 1 Archon of Cruelty away from Zerda companion. Zerda discounts Expedition Map and Golos' activated abilities. Right now, we can only cast it off Cascading Cataracts. Oh, sorry. Say only reduces maps to 1 mana. Oh, Urborg. Yeah, Urborg. Good catch. Good catch. That was good catch before we got way too lost in the sauce. Yeah, Urborg doesn't have a... Yeah, Urborg has a static ability of turning everything into a swamp. Urborg doesn't have, like, a tap for mana ability like you're used to seeing. I think I'm going to Thirst on turn 1 here. We can go push Inquisition next turn. Battlecry Goblin. Very pushable. Legion Loyalist, Monk Fanatic, Goblin Grenade. I think I'm supposed to just take the grenade. It's kind of close, maybe. Alright, 1 unknown card in hand. I might grab Blast Zone here. I'm definitely gonna grab Blast Zone if they play another 1-drop. Might just grab +1/+0 haste. Pack Tactics, 6 or more power, 1/1 attack attacking. Jeez. What a top deck. Ooh, Tabernacle would be pretty good. You guys hear that? That's the 2nd day in a row. Or maybe it didn't happen yesterday. The planes are flying so low over my apartment. No, I don't live that close to... I live like 30 minutes away from an airport. No, I thought I brought in this Ballista. Oh, I brought in the Emrakul instead of the Ballista? Oops. Military base close? Not really. Not really, no. Oh, that's freaking me out, man. A jet at that speed shouldn't be flying that low. Dangerous training exercise. Yeah, that's kind of what it seems like. But they did it. This is like the 2nd time this week, too. And I live in like a really urban area. I'm not that close to the airport. Like, I live close enough that I could hear planes and stuff. But just like at night when it's really quiet. Do I think they'll Blood Moon? I hope not. I don't know. Yeah, it was definitely a military plane. I guess I'll sack this. I'm not... it's possible it's better to wait a turn, though. I should get a swamp if they do Blood Moons. I guess I shouldn't F6. That is fine. If I draw another Urborg, I'm not going to want to fetch. I'll just take my draw step. Suspend another tutor, play a swamp, and I can cast a Wurmcoil Engine next turn if I get Cabal Coffers off the Profane Tutor. I think if they Blood Moon, I'm not going to get a basic. I can't cast it by Griselbrand or by Invoke Despair, but is that like worth the 1 damage? Maybe it is. I can just get a swamp off the Golos, so you're not going to fetch. Gonna run me out of swamps? Yeah, that's true. They probably don't have Blood Moon if they're gonna Wildfire. But why Golos over Invoke Despair? Because it's... Golos has felt stronger. I've been nothing but very impressed by Golos so far. Yeah, clean, not a bad draw at all, huh? We're able to consistently cast Invoke direct to Blood Moon. If not, we just have to work through it. I mean, we can. I've cast plenty of Invokes through Blood Moon. Yeah, but yeah, you can just play through a Blood Moon. Like, you can just cast your spells most of the time. I haven't found it to be that big of an issue. No attacks. Not super surprising. And I've got another Profane Tutor coming off. I have 7 mana this turn, which is 1 short of Archon or Griselbrand. I could get a Ballista. I could get an Invoke Despair. I could get an Urborg. Inquisition. I kind of like getting Inquisition. Just try to get, just try not to get, to see what's up, see if I can attack, see if they have a way to, like, bolt their own guy in combat. Well, where are they? They're there. I think it's a good suggestion. Spiderham, thank you for the 20 months. Let's go. 2 Goblin Grenades. Not the most surprising hands. Not sure that we can activate Cataracts next turn. We have 7 mana. We can if we draw lands. Should be fine. Oh, we already used the Blast Zone this game, right? Oh, no, we didn't. We didn't. Yeah, maybe Blast Zone was better. I mean, I think that we're probably at a point where all roads lead to Rome. We just attacked with the Wurmcoil. We can go up to 21 life. Isn't 7 exactly how much you need? No, it's 8, right? Because this... Or maybe it is. Maybe it is enough. 7. Oh, yeah, you're right. It is. 7 plus the Cataracts. Oh, Golos down. Worst Neighbor, thank you for the Twitch Prime. Appreciate ya. Couldn't they have killed you there by attacking last turn? Goblin Grenade isn't an instant, so I don't think so. So we'll go and activate the first Cabal Coffers, play Golos, get Urborg, play the second Cabal Coffers, activate the Golos, push, expedition map, sack the map, get a Coffers, doesn't matter that much. Pretty good turn. Probably can beat Battlecry Goblin. Opponent not conceding though. A-okay with me. I love activating Golos. I will do this all day. Or once a turn. I actually don't have that many targets because card targets I cited a lot of them in. Yeah. I think I'm really about to get a Bolas' Citadel against 8 whack. Usually a good sign. Another Karn, huh? That's Takenuma, I think, instead of having that on top. Oh no, oh that's the exile zone, not the library. I missed that. Okay, another Golos. I'm just kind of playing with my food. I don't know. Probably should just be taking more concise game actions. Karn, wish for Needle. Maybe you are already dead. Oh yeah, I guess I could do that post-combat. Alright, just inflicting a little bit of psychic damage. Reshot with the Twitch Prime. Appreciate you. BM. I don't know. We're just goofing around a little bit. I'll keep triple discard spell into play, I guess. Hoping top deck some lands. Sad Man, thank you for the 7 months. Appreciate you. Is Cataracts better than the World Tree? Yeah, you can't filter Cabal Coffers mana from the World Tree, because yeah, you have to like tap 4 other lands. All right, our discard spells look like they line up okay against my opponent's hand. Drew another Summoner's Pact though. Is it better to take the Titan or the Pact? Probably better to take the Pact. I haven't played the Titan matchup too much, so I'm excited to get to a little more testing. I'm also surprised my opponent didn't go for a they didn't go for a Saga earlier. Why didn't they play Saga? Now they're playing it. Oh, dude, Azusa? Golly, no. Just needed to buy like one more turn. So I need to get Bridge. I think they can even they should be able to haste Titan here. They go, yeah. They just oh, they can't make red white, can they? Yeah, they can't make red white. They can get a Besage in their hand, but I can Needle Besage you. Okay, that's not making any mana, unfortunately. Not yet, at least. Boseiju, who endures, of course. Thanks, plane shifts. Hell yeah. Yeah, I try to stream as consistently as I can. I'm gonna grab a Valakut. Okay. I'm not dead this turn. Need to draw like a Damnation or like Bloodchief's Thirst. Oh, they can also, yeah, they can deal me a bunch of damage with the Azusa. Yeah, so it's probably Damnation or Rip. Yeah, they have the Saga to sack to invoke. Yeah, that top deck Azusa was pretty tough. I mean, they had a lot of good top decks, to be fair. Okay, so we're gonna bring in the... I'm not sure. I can't remember what my sideboard plan was. I might actually not be doing much. My sideboard, my whole plans have changed a lot since like when I wrote the guide for CFB. Let me see what I was doing. So me bringing in a truck, cutting a push, so not very much. Like we can bring in the Voidwalkers. Something like this. This looks okay. Let's do that. This matchup seems tough. I'm currently like 2-0 against it. I'm not sure how bad or good it is. It can be sometimes tough to evaluate matchups with this deck since like you just have some super polarizing draws that it feels like you can never lose, and sometimes you've got some slower, clunkier draws. So like you just like have to play a lot of matches with this deck probably to determine the overall matchup spread. Grazer, Explorer, Force of Vigor. I'm actually taking a Grazer. Okay, they drew a Bog for turn. So we'll take the Explorer, and then I think I'm just going to wait a turn on the Thoughtseize. They mulligan. I'll take the 4 since I've got the push for the Dryad. But I would obviously love to play the Karn this next turn. I guess I can only do that if I draw land. I did draw the land. Yeah, it's probably good to go Karn. Well, so my opponent's hand is Forest Bojuka Bog Mystery card. So after they take their draw step, their 2 mystery cards have to be untapped land Titan in order to get me here. But I guess what I could do is I can push the Dryad this turn, the next turn get Cabal Coffers, and then I can go Karn, Orb, upkeep, target a Gruul Turf. So I guess this is probably correct. I'm not really sure how they beat me if I just do that. Or Pact. Yeah, or Pact, right? Usually when you say or Titan, you also quietly mean end Pact. You also get to play a map. They're getting a Dryad. Did they draw Valakut? They can't, but they can't trigger Valakut this turn. They drew Liliana. So if we kill a Gruul Turf, my opponent has 5 mana, and then they would need untapped land Titan as their last 2 cards. I'm kind of tempted to Bolas' Citadel. They can't Titan. They can Titan if they have untapped land Titan as their mystery 2 cards. Oh, they have to pay for Pact, right? Of course. Then I think things get pretty easy. They'll get a Castle Locthwain, actually, though. Okay, I might want the 4th push on the draw. Just trim one of the 3 Voidwalkers on the draw. Use the restroom real quick, too. Opponent kept 7. I can't keep this, I think. Can keep this one. Kind of tough, though, between... I could probably just put back Liliana. Liliana's pretty good, but... Go back to push. Go back to push. What? No! You can't do this to me! Oh, man. That's so funny. Lober, thank you for Twitch Prime. Appreciate you, buddy. They don't have another untapped land, do they? Or I guess they could have drawn one. They drew another Saga, okay. Dude, that Damnation, it's so frustrating because our first hand would have been so good. Our first hand would have been so good against this hand. They didn't draw any spells. Why? You should be able, you should show your opponent your opening hand so they know how to mulligan. Should be a rule. It's not fair that I have to like mulligan hands that like would be randomly good against keeps like this. Alright, so we're gonna get our Urborg. Pretty lucky that we're playing Profane Tutor, not Dark Petition or Mastermind's Acquisition, huh? Yeah, I think I'm just happy to take a little less damage this turn. Hope that my opponent doesn't top deck a Titan. We all know how that song and dance goes. Okay. Kills the Liliana. Okay, Liliana gaining us a lot of life. Then we get to Karn for Bridge. Let's see what we draw. Besage is my Blast Zone. Okay, really happy they're doing that, not Besageing my bridge or my Urborg. That was, I think, pretty lucky. It'd be fine how many effective copies of Titan they could have. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do besides this line? You know what I mean? Like, we just have to. We have no choice here but to hope. So they can get bounce land, beside you, kill my bridge, kill my Karn, put me to 8. Smoothie, thank you for the 7 months. Appreciate ya. Attack for 9. I'm only counting 8.
What's up? It's me, your friend Inspiring Spike.
Wait, they can tighten it. Why are they floating all this mana? Stop. Should have brought in the Emrakul. Alright, come on, please. Anything? Okay. Damnation off the castle. Hurts. Hurts. Okay, so this is turn 1 push, turn 4 Urborg Cabal Coffers. Turn 6 Griselbrand. Turn 5 Griselbrand? 6. Maybe we should board some artifact sweepers. We're mono black, there aren't artifact sweepers. We have Damnations, we have Ratchet Bomb. Yeah, Oblivion Stone. Yeah, we also have Blast Zone. Yeah, for a mono black deck, we're actually surprisingly good at dealing with artifacts. We're also playing Karn, which is a Stony Silence. Is Disc legal in Modern? It's not very good, but is it legal? Texas Top, thank you for the 2 months. Appreciate you. So part we might be playing the Mirror. Someone said that they got back into Magic because of me. Which is nice. Image 2 reprint. Weird reprint. Because they could just be, this kind of looks like just mono black, yeah. Split fetch lands. Looks like their draws. My draw is really bad in the Mirror here, where like Urborg is the worst card in the Mirror, and then they've taken my Profane Tutor. Push is basically dead. But it's down to just 3 cards, though. I am not playing my Urborg. I think you side out one of the 2 Urborgs in this matchup. I think you also bring in the Emrakul. So your Prowess Stimulus deck. I thought it was worse than like the other Prowess variants I've tried lately. I really like the mono red version I was playing, to be honest. I remember with the mono red list, someone was suggesting 3 Revelers and then a 3/3 split of Reveler and Reckless Impulse instead of the okay, interesting. They didn't tutor Urborg, did they? Maybe they did. 3/3 split of Reveler, Reckless Impulse. And I initially kind of like didn't think that was good, but the more I'm thinking about it, the more I kind of like that idea actually. So we can Griselbrand next turn. They're Golos, I guess. March was better than I thought. I just read for Reveler. I mean, March has got to be worse than... I don't know. I really still dislike the March. So they probably get a Coating here, right? And then... It's a problem that next turn they get their Profane Tutor comes off, and then they'll have only 7 mana, so they can't quite Griselbrand next turn. So I guess we can technically afford to. Oh, can we do it all actually? I don't think we can't kick Thirst and Griselbrand. Oh, whoops. All right, yeah, we'll just kick the Thirst, grab another Cabal Coffers, and play that, and then next turn we're gonna get to have Griselbrand into spells, assuming my opponent doesn't like tutor Thoughtseize here. I just can't like let them afford it. I think they have to get their own coffers because they've got the Griselbrand in their hand. Yeah, they just play the coffers, but they only have 7 mana. Their hand is Push, Damnation, Coating, Griselbrand, Mystery cards. So if that mystery card's another Karn or a Thoughtseize, we're in particularly bad shape. But I think it's more likely that they just pass here, right? No! Damn it! Damn it! Come on. Ah, so frustrating. Alright, they do have to top deck a land to Griselbrand. Fuck. I think this is the sideboard plan. It is a bit weird because like Push actually gets better post-board because they've got all these Voidwalkers. Maybe actually cut the Inquisitions and play 2 Push. Maybe 1 Push, 1 Inquisition. Because you saw, yeah, that's probably better because we used to have like the Lilianas and 2 Thirst for the Voidwalkers. What about Wishclaw instead of Profane Tutor? I think Wishclaw is defined as a Karn target, but like, guys, Profane Tutor is like one of the best cards in the deck. We can't just do this all stream, every stream, of just suggesting replacing Profane Tutor. Profane Tutor is not a card I'm unhappy to play in this deck. It is better than every other option, including Wishclaw Talisman. It's like, to be honest, like not particularly close. So I would just love to stop doing this all stream, every stream of just like talking about what to cut the Profane Tutors board. The Profane Tutors are like one of the best cards of the deck. They're a huge part of why the deck works. I think I need to take their Voidwalker. I'm going to be able to cast a Golos on turn 3 off the Voidwalker, assuming they don't draw a removal spell. Yeah, it's not literally Demonic Tutor. I will say that when it comes off suspended, it is usually better than Demonic Tutor, because it's like starting your turn with a 0 mana tutor is oh, come on. My opponent's rips have just been so absurd. Although I guess I can double Thoughtseize them, and then yeah, that's probably fine. It's like, yeah, Profane Tutor is so strong. Like, it is obviously weak to... Oh, they're letting me Voidwalker their Golos. Or whatever they draw, like if they board it in something big and we get it. They also have an Urborg here, so that means that like we can get our Cabal Coffers. It's interesting. So their hand is Mystery Card Golos. 2 Goloses. Okay, let me draw a card real quick. I really would like to hit my land. Oh, the best land. The best land, huh? Must be nice. We get other coffers here. And then I guess I'll just use this mana. Thoughtseize their other Golos now. Okay, my jaw has definitely been pretty sick this game. Although they should have taken this Voidwalker, I think. Oh, did I think I forgot to sign up the Urborg again. I think I did this before too. Like I talk about how you need to side out the Urborg in this matchup, and then I just didn't. I'm gonna get Bolas to Citadel if my opponent doesn't concede. Yeah. Okay, I will actually side out the Urborg this time. One of the 2 Urborgs. And then I think I'll play this second push on the draw. I think you still have to play 1. But if both sides cut a Berg, you have 2 Bergs in deck. I think you're supposed to trim 1. Like you really you can tutor for it when you need it, but it is super dangerous to put into play, just like your opponents, just like you saw, like It's like just as likely you're helping your opponent make mana as helping yourself make mana. Yeah, I did bring in the Emrakul. I haven't hardcast the Emrakul yet. We just like haven't played against like mini control decks since we added the Emrakul to the board. Horsey with the 5-pack. Thanks so much. You got deck tech to go along with that, or you just like in the mono black? Crawling Barrens make any sense as a total mana? Well, I think if you were going to play a manland, you'd probably play Hive of the Tyrant. Maybe Crawling Barrens would be better, but I do generally think... I don't think that I'm that interested in another Golos land or another tutor target for Golos. If you... Like, you could already get Castle Locthwain off Golos or Cascading Cataracts for, like, you know, some value. And I talk about this a lot. I generally think it is the tendency of Magic players to play too many tutor targets and not enough. I think that they Magic players tend to play too many tutor targets in their deck and overall diminish their card quality because of it. Got a Master Piece. I need tech for Legacy. Well, I can give you my thoughts, but I haven't been, you know, playing much Legacy. Okay, so spins Profane Tutor, then bogs me, so I can't Takenuma. It's pretty good, actually. Voidwalker's nice, though. Just called Masterpiece. I'm surprised you don't want Force Saga to get your Dreadnoughts. Barbed Sextant. I don't understand. This is a Chromatic Star. But you don't draw to the next turn. Why would you want that over Chromatic Star, and why would you really want it at all? I'm confused. 4 Uro, 4 Murktide Regent seems like it probably taxes your graveyard really heavily. Also, 13 lands plus Mystic Sanctuary and Wasteland that seems way too low, right? I mean, because of Narset? Maybe, but like, this is too low, right? 13 lands with a Mystic Sanctuary, 3 Years of Saga, 3 Wasteland. And then, like, your curve is, like, relatively high with 4-0. And the Murktides. Gotta be a troll? Well, I don't know. It's kind of tough to tell with Lockhart sometimes. There's 6 fetches. Where did they go? Okay. I don't know where they went. They're not here. Okay, I'm gonna cast the Karn. Gonna get a coating this time, I think. Oh, I could get the Golos. I'll get the coating. I already have a 5-drop I could play next turn, and like going Suspend Tutor coating next turn seems pretty good. Okay, assuming that there's 6 fetches, that seems fine. I think the list ultimately looks pretty good. I would like to see probably 4th Urza Saga, maybe 2 Wasteland. I don't understand the double Barb Sextant, but if there's something I'm missing, just ignore me, I guess. Brittle Effigy seems a bit niche. Could be fine. Or I don't know, maybe not niche, but just like not that powerful. Opponent's playing Voidwalker? Oh yeah, we're playing the mirror match. Why Breeding Pool over Chop? Yeah, you usually play Tropical Island over Breeding Pool probably, but I imagine it's just a budget call, right? Okay, so I need to get Ballista to kill this, otherwise they get to cast Invoke Despair. Don't see another really good option. Could Needle. If we Needle, then we lose the Karn to them just attacking with the Voidwalker. And they also have Blast Zone to kill the Needle. Is there a Cyborg Guide to Jund Saga? I'm gonna work on it. It should be up by next week. That's a pretty big pickup. I think I just killed their Urborg, though. Because, like, the way they get out of this is, like, Cabal Coffers Urborg, and obviously, like, I would like the Urborg to still be in play, but I just have 5 swamps, so I can still get a Coffers and make a lot of mana. And then it's kind of interesting. I think I hold the Takenuma. Is Mono Black Coffers really competitive? We've been playing a lot of it. It's felt very strong, yeah. Competitive is obviously, like, a little relative. Do I think it's the best deck in the format? No. But it has a lot of game against the existing metagame and is a very powerful strategy. Blast Zone? Oh, they can Blast Zone on 2, but they can't kill my Karn. If they spend their whole turn, like, killing my Coating, that's totally fine, right? Why not kill the Blast Zone? I think this is fine, because this is like Stone Raining 2 lands if they kill my Coating here, right? Like, I might just, like, slam a Bolas to Citadel next turn. Also, getting clear Coating seems rough. No, it doesn't. It's like, it's a Stone Rain, and it takes up their entire turn, and then I just get to slam Citadel. Okay, this is still coming off Suspends. I think I'm just gonna get Swamps here thin a little bit. Not sure exactly what I'm doing here. I could just slam a Citadel. Although now I think we just do this. So not sure if I want to play this or not. I have a Profane Tutor coming off Suspend. I'm trying to think. I think with the Liliana in play, I should just play this as a land. Yeah, I'm not sure how many ticks this list is. I think it's like between 400 and 500. But that might be wrong. Okay, so we have our own Profane Tutor coming off. I think I'm just getting Coffers. Coffers. I mean, I really want to keep the other one in hand, but they only have 1 card, so I should probably just plus the Lily. We'll be okay. Okay. Won the mirror. The game 1 was so frustrating. Can this version activate Golos? Yeah, the Cascading Cataracts, which you just saw us get, it makes 5 colors of mana. Very close hands. Have to mulligan. Go to 5. Boom, thank you for 6 months. Appreciate you. Awesome, Doogie. Hell yeah. Thank you for doing that. So playing against Gigantha. Could be Shadow, could be Tron. I think that I'm probably supposed to keep, probably supposed to put back the Thirst. It's kind of close though. Kind of hope that if they're on against Tron, then the Karn on the play will be pretty good. Looks like it is Shadow. Maybe not. Give me back that Bloodchief's Thirst, huh? What made this deck good all of a sudden? It was just like generally underexplored. Like Trellon, I was watching Trellon and Everos play like a very different version that's like playing 2 expedition maps and like March of Other with Light Ballista, no Profusion. But like the more I watched the deck, the more I felt like 4 map, 4 tutor, or 3 or 4 tutor, 24 lands was like a really good shell. Was a really good shell that was kind of being held back by like fun card choices. Bergie, what the hell? You can't just Bergie me, opponent. Okay, Damnation next turn. No Profusion is based. I mean, you're not wrong. Dude, I'm just getting Bergied. You're not wrong, but it's like the list like definitely felt like the archetype felt really underexplored and people were like the deck was definitely not just a meme. Like this mana engine I felt like is very powerful. Very consistent with the maps and the tutors, despite chat just always going, Spike, what if we play 4 mana sorcery speed tutors? Because or 3 mana tutors that make you lose 3 life instead of 2 mana tutors that enable your mana engine on turn 4. I mean, if my opponent just plays really heavy into Damnation, that's fine. Okay, that was like the saddest I've ever seen a player untap with Bergie. Yeah, and so it's just like there's also like a million ways to build this deck, and like I think it like just keeps getting more and more tuned to where like the mana engine's really good, and like we eventually discovered like Golos is actually like a great fit, like after I initially dismissed it for a while. I also dismissed Griselbrand, but like those are like the kind of cards like that, like, you know, can you blame me? it's like you just have to play like a lot with the list to like really start to understand it, I think. Is Bergie? I've played Bergie in Mono Red Prowess before. I love Bergie. Bergie is so cool. I just love everything about the card. I love the art. I love the horn. I love the like glowing red. It reminds me of Vinland Saga. Like, I don't know. I guess I don't know exactly why. It's like, I guess like the general Viking theme and the furs and the fire and like the storytelling. Oh man, Desperate Ritual. Are they gonna ritual out Giganta? Okay, yeah, they did just do that. I can get Liliana of the Veil here. I think so. Well, maybe I could have got something else if I knew I was drawing it for turn. Like an Inquisition the Ragavan. Okay, I can Edict the other Bergie. Does this deck need to be mono black for the mana work? Or is this where the best cards are? I mean, I do think that the mana... I think this list feels very much the best to me as mono black. A lot of people have suggested splashing a color, which splashing color is not free at all. It is possible, but I think it costs you like a decent amount. And like none of the like suggestions for like the splashes have really seemed like they offer enough for me to be interested in actually doing the splash. Okay. Okay, we're just gonna have... We're just doing this. We're just gonna play 3 Bergies. I guess so, huh? So I can kill the Channeler with a Ballista and try to block the Bergie. I kind of like that. Since they've got no cards, it's gonna be pretty hard for them to get Delirium and like response, or like I should be able to respond to kill the Channeler. Yeah, Spellbomb would also be fine here, I think. Yeah, somehow they don't have Delirium. If only Bergie counted as an artifact. Okay, do I risk them getting Delirium here? It's a disaster if they get Delirium. But here they just like kill the Karn and then I Edict the Bergie and I have 4 Swamps in play. I've got a Cling to Dust, so I think I'm kind of ahead. Yeah, they would have got Delirium. How do they beat just getting a Wurmcoil? I mean, I'm at 9 life here. They draw a Lightning Bolt, Surveil into a Delirium, I just die immediately. I'm also like, in my opinion, I think I'm very much likely to win the long game. I'm gonna get a Wurmcoil here though, now that the board is empty. Their deck is so weird. They have rituals, they got Bergies, they got Blood Moons. It's awesome. Look, I'm about to gain a lot of life. Look, I'm about to gain a lot of life. They're a grindy deck. Ah! What? You're kidding me. I'm just dead. I'm actually just dead. I should have played around it, I suppose, huh? What could I... Oh, why I didn't see... Why wasn't everybody in the chat yelling to play around top deck Breach, huh? Which we know over the sideboard. You just don't have... You don't have the luxury of playing every Karn sideboard card you'd want to. Because you have all these, like, reactive cards you need to side out in some matchups. Too late, Tannen. Way too late. I def said in chat. Did you? No way. I'm looking at your comment history. Okay, whatever it doesn't let me drag chats over anymore, but I can see that you didn't say that. do not gaslight me, chat. Okay, I'll take the Blood Moon, I think. When 4-1-3-2-1-2 drop with Inverter for like 2 decks good at different times, unfortunately. Yeah, I think that is a very likely evaluation. Not a terrible overall record, at least. Maybe, you know, maybe you can lean into like one deck or the other two, right? Hopefully this is just Manamorphose. Maybe showing in the Blast Zone's not great. Talking about Inverted in this shell. Not in this shell, just a different blue-black deck we were talking about the other day. Dude, they've got Grape Shot? Their deck is sick. Their deck is really cool. I feel like we've been playing against like nothing but sick decks lately. It's been awesome. I think I'm just gonna grab a bridge. Zeus, thank you for the 11 months. Appreciate you. I love this deck too. I had some other stuff prepped for today. I might just play this all day again. What don't you like about Black March list? I think that it is a huge trap. I say this all the time, but it's a huch trap in this mono black list to play too many removal spells. Because you're a Karn sideboard, it's like basically if you play more than like the amount of like the 8 removal spells you're playing now, if you play like 11 or 12, which you would like if you're cutting like the Lilianas or the Black March or something, then all of a sudden like you are going to have dead cards in matchups, or like you're gonna have a lot more dead cards in matchups than you would like. That's my concern. Okay, so I can get a Golos to get a Swamp next turn, or this turn. I can just get another Karn. Another Karn's probably good. You can still tag me with the Magus, but it's just a Mountain and a Grape Shot. Yeah, Burn is also like not a tier 1 deck. Burn maybe should be a tier 1 deck though. Like this is something that, you know, a lot of people are complaining about the Omnath deck, me included, but Burn actually has a pretty good matchup against them. Just something to point out. So they do have a Grape Shot. It's pretty unlikely that they can kill the Karn, though, with just the Grape Shot. They could obviously draw a different burn spell, but I even have the Takenuma to get Karn back. So I think we just get the Coating. Get Spellbomb. I don't want to get the Spellbomb and shrink the Channeler. I guess Spellbomb to stop the Breach, but Breach... I don't know. Oh my gosh, you masterminds. So they can kill my Karn here. They can Manamorphose twice. Then Grape Shot the Karn. Great Magic 4 months. Appreciate you. Yeah, no trophies. We have like I think 3 or 4 4/1s. Is Lotus Field well positioned? I think it's fine. I haven't played it in a little bit, but I can't imagine it's that bad. Lotus Field is another deck that's great against Omnath. You say that when I play Burn in the Omnath 3 piles, I was fine 3+ Omnath's top 18 cards. Well, that's the thing though. It's like they don't always do it, but like that is how they beat you is with Omnath. But like if you have sometimes you can beat Omnath with Skullcrack, sometimes you can race it. And if they don't draw Omnath early, or even like 2 Omnaths early, you almost always win. So like you are definitely favored in the matchup, but it's also like people just hate losing to Omnath so much. Like even if they're like 55% like Burn is against Omnath, they just like give up. Yeah, Canister always says that that's the worst matchup for Omnath. It can be a little hard to tough Canister. Oh, dude, they even remove Delirium from the Channeler so they can attack. It's not fair. I'm talking about Lotus Field control. So you get to attack me for 1 down to 6. Mind Sculptor, think of it as 6 months. I think I just have to play this. It stinks that I can't get this card out of my hand. It is what it is. Like, I mean, I don't know. Both games, my opponent, like, both games were really ahead, I think, and then they top deck breach and we lost. Not that this game's necessarily over, but we were like just... And I guess both games I could have got the stupid Nihil Spellbomb, and I just... I'm not used to playing around breach. Okay, so now they have Delirium. Oh, so Delirium just kills me, though. Okay, right. Frustrating. Yeah, I've been clean from EDH for like 5 years now. But I used to play a lot. I had like one like fully powered out I'm gonna push the powered out Orloro deck. Like, yeah, Mana Crypt, Mana Vault, Mana Drain, Force of Will, all the original duels, everything was awesome. And then I had like a pretty medium power level Safi Eric Stoddard deck that I loved. I loved that deck. I think I take the Realm Walker, and then I know like give them with Archdruid is scary, but you know they're kind of light on gas. And then I also had like a Brea intro deck, so that way I could play with like high power level, medium power level, or just casual players. And I always wanted to build the Sea Monster deck, which I finally have done. Really needed to find a land there. We're about to lose to elves. I think we're about to lose to elves. Will I play combo decks on stream such as Eggs? Eggs is not a good deck in Modern right now, but I mean, I don't say no to combo decks or anything, but I just, you know, say yes to decks that I'm interested in. Alright, if we draw a land here, we can Damnation in 2 turns, so, or the next following turn. Failed to draw the land. So I'll push the War Master and then see if they Court of Calling in response. Oh, they can actually just Court for Azuri, activate Azuri. Kill me. Yeah, I do think that Elves gets a lot of, like... Elves gets a lot of flack, right? Like, it's Elves. But I've played some of it recently. I played against it. The deck is very powerful. And it's, like, it's kind of kept in check because there are a lot of cards in the format that are good against it. But Elves would be, like, a huge player if that wasn't the case. In my opinion. I think I'm going to bring in the Ratchet Bomb. Do I want to bring in the Orb? I don't think so. I want to cut the Liliana, so I can bring in the Golos. I can maybe bring in the Wurmcoil. I think I want to leave Ballista as a Karn target. Big Kitty Deluxe, think of it Switch Prime. I think I'll bring in the Wurmcoil. Could bring in Emrakul. Probably not correct. Only one Invoke Despair. Yeah, Golos is just kind of the better 5-drop, and you got to make sure that you keep your curve somewhat reasonable. Still one of as a Profane Tutor target. Needle doesn't hit that much besides Azuri, right? I feel like the gameplay of Modern's been really good lately, except for maybe the Omnet deck. Got no look at this. Okay, we can keep this one. I'm trying to think if I keep the Golos in the hand or not. I think I will, and I'll just put back Thoughtseize and hope. Put him on to 5. Kind of wishing I kept the Thoughtseize against the Multi 5, but we didn't, obviously know that they were going to do that. Castle Locthwain may carry us a little bit here. We'll see what happens. Elves is also definitely a deck that does not moldify very well. Do you read out loud all dono messages? Is this is this you like saying, I want to dono, but only if it's gonna be read out loud. I don't have a policy of reading them all out loud, no. But dude, they're playing so hard into the Damnation. This might just be a concession. I guess if you're gonna concede to all the damnations, maybe you shouldn't play elves. Oh boy. I want to donate, but only if you'll read my donation out loud. Just teasing you. Oh yeah, they could have bounced the Dryad. Alright. Gonna game 3 on the draw though. Definitely a scary place to be. I don't think anything changes. Is Elves beatdown variant better than combo Elves? Yeah, it's just so hard to combo with the Elves deck. Well, you gotta love the 2 pieces of cheap interaction into Damnation. Although we can't kill the Elf. We'd also have Blast Zone. I also would really like to suspend Tutor on turn 2 though. I'm not sure that I'm gonna have that luxury. Okay, let's take the second Elvish Mystic. Hope they don't draw a land. Is that good? Okay, yeah, let's just suspend the Tutor this turn so that we can guarantee turn 4 Damnation. Cry the Carnamium is a pseudo 3-mana wipe exile effect. That's I always find it like I find it always really funny that like the only time we ever get suggestions for cards like Cry the Carnarium is when we're playing against decks like Elves. I think it's, you know, not a card I would seriously consider including in the deck. K Smith, $10. Chat, we're not 5-0ing these because Gonti's not in the 75. Many apologies. Well, yeah, we gotta bust out the Gontis for the PTQ. Thanks for the $10, K Smith. I think this is our second league. We're about to end this elf opponent's entire career. Yeah, I'm not saying Cry the Carnarium or an effect like that is something I would never consider playing, but it is true. Like, I feel like the only time I would ever see a suggestion for it is in, like, this is something that happens often. Like, we'll get a suggestion for a card like Cry the Carnarium only when you play against Elves, or people will suggest for more graveyard hate against the Dredge deck. It's just kind of hard for me to like seriously evaluate those kind of suggestions because they just happen so often. like the super narrow sideboard card for the super obscure matchup. Dredge is not a good example of that, I guess, but happens a lot.